Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Monday, March 25th, 2024. I, of course, am with Originator Success here with the Daily Rate Lock Conversation, the only place on the web where you guys get to be a part of the conversation. Remember, you can join me live each and every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you'd like to watch on the replay, that's okay too. Just don't forget to give us a hashtag replay in the comments. Let us know that you were here. If you're on Facebook, don't forget to smash that like button, tag a hello friend, share us in the group. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to make a comment, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, if you'd like to get our written email lock advice, you can get it to your inbox each and every weekday morning. www.ratelockadvice.com. Do me a favor, spread the word about that. I want to get more people signed up for that. Also, you can go ahead and check out our text alerts, www.ratetextalerts.com. They're $7 a month. Last but not least, check us out at originatorssuccess.com. Find out how we help you get loans from Google and social media. So all of that said, let's say hi to the live folks. Good morning to you. If you're here this morning, make sure that you say good morning like Kelly Caro. Good morning, Kelly. Great to have you here. Who else do we have here this morning? Somebody that says Facebook user, but I don't know who that is. That means they're in the group. Let me go look. We'll go look and see who that is this morning. Let's see. Go into the Facebook group, and that looks like that is Deb Dickinson. Good morning, Deb. Great to see you here. Who else we got here this morning? Make sure you go ahead and say good morning, Mr. Bill Stevens. Welcome, sir. Great to see you. While I wait for you guys to go ahead and catch up here, Megan Lindbergh, good morning. I'm going to go ahead and let's go to the screens and show you guys what's going on this morning. So mortgage-backed securities down a whopping 8 basis points this morning. Not bad at all. We figured you'd get a little bit of a pullback this morning, but not really anything much. Should be a very quiet day. Reprice risk on the day should be low. Not really a lot to worry about today. And it really should be a quiet week overall. Let's take a minute and look at this wonderful ramp up right down here. You can see that we have really done a wonderful job of watching bonds, because we didn't do anything, of actually moving up quite a bit right here since last Monday. Monday was bad. Tuesday was good. Wednesday after the Fed meeting got even better. Thursday, Friday, right? So we got a really nice uptick. Now you can see again, this is starting to looking like an EKG, doesn't it? It goes up and it drops way down. Then it goes up. And what's going to happen now? Well, that's the question. Will it go down, and why won't it go down? So I've got some good news. One thing that I'm excited about, it's looking like the sentiment is shifting in the direction of things actually improving from here. So this is a good headline, and this seems to be pretty dialed in. Burned before bond markets resume rate cutting trades worldwide. PIMCO and BlackRock among managers favoring short dated debt. Investors lean towards cuts from the Fed, the Bank of England, the European Central Bank starting in June. Bond traders are cautiously reloading wagers that burned them just weeks ago, as the Federal Reserve and key global peers appear set to begin reducing interest rates as soon as June. Now, if we take a look at the Fed futures, that holds up, because the idea of a June cut was about 60%. Now it's about 75%. That expectation that we'll see a cut in June. And I think we could actually see that improve. Now, this week's going to be a quiet week. We do have some economic data, but there's not really a lot of stuff. We got consumer sentiment. Markets are going to close early on Thursday, be closed on Friday. That's when the PCE data comes out. It's also when Fed Chair Jerome Powell will be speaking in front of the San Francisco something or other. Let me take a look. I got it he's going to be at the San Francisco Fed Monetary Policy Conference. So they'll be looking for, some reinforcement to what he's already been saying. But at the end of the day, markets are going to be closed on Friday anyway, so you're not really going to see any big movement. It'll hit on Monday. So this week is kind of a dead week. We've got the holiday coming up. There's a couple of lower level economic reports, consumer sentiment, GDP data, things like that, but nothing that's really going to shake things up. When we actually stop and look at rates have improved quite nicely. We were hitting those highs on Monday, 318 here. And then since then, we actually saw a nice improvement going through and seeing rates drop about 3/8 of a point, maybe a little bit more than that even. That was, again, I did not think we were going to get a positive reaction last week. I thought the Fed meeting was going to go against us. I thought the Fed was going to come out hawkish, like Raphael Bostic saying that he thinks there's going to be one rate cut this year. I don't even know which article I read that in. Raphael Bostic, let's see if I can find yeah, no, I don't see it in here on this one. Let me see if it's on the 5 things to start the day. If he talked about that, but I mean, like one rate cut, really one rate cut. Give me a break. He is very hawkish. It's very funny. Hawkish meaning that he's against accommodative policy, meaning that he wants the continue to slow things down, et cetera, et cetera. So, but overall, if I paraphrase an article like this, bond traders are investing back in bonds. They're thinking that a Fed rate cut is going to come sooner. There's still basically no expectation that we're going to get it in May, about 90%. If we get really weak economic data next month, if we were to get labor data showing a real softening in the labor market, if we got, inflation that improved much more than expected, that would put would put it on the table for a possible May rate cut. But this would be the end of April, May 1st. So not very likely. Right now, markets really kind of looking at, will it happen in June? They definitely expect it to have happened by July. So that's what we're seeing. Still looking at 3 rate cuts by the end of the year, bringing us to about 4.5. That's the leader here. We'll see that move a little bit. So all of that, again, you should see pretty good pricing today. Shouldn't be all that different. Reprice risk on the day is low. Let's say hi to the rest of the live folks. Ron Siegel, good morning, sir. Mallory Fotiadis, good morning. Rob Stewart, Thomas Wolf, Mark Hirsch, great to see you guys as well. Brendy Brickler, good morning. So y'all haven't missed much. 10-year treasury yield, we want to keep an eye on that, 4.23. It did get down to 4.20. Right. And it crept back up. So we're looking at, let's put this on the 1 month so you can kind of see them a little clearer. We have some converging levels of resistance from improving from here, but I'm not too worried about that. I think we could actually break through that, but it's going to have to wait until 2 weeks from now to really get some momentum. And again, that's going to take JOLTS data that we get that first week, the labor, the non-farm payroll data, the ADP data, all that stuff, going to have to come in showing a little bit of softening to that labor market, more revisions to the previous months. But the outlook overall for the next couple of weeks is pretty good. I mean, it definitely puts us in a position that we can continue to cautiously float. There's definitely less caution needed for loans that are 30 days out. If you've got loans that are closing in May, I wouldn't really worry too much about them. It's looking like, we're seeing a momentum shift again, which is positive. We saw it move against us as we went through a lot of March. Now that's starting to turn, and April has the potential to improve. This article I was going to bring up, this one was from 2023. A lot of the settlement talk it's funny. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because I don't usually, get into a lot. We talk more about rates and stuff, right? But we have some extra time. How many of you, if you look at social media, let me bring this up for you. If you look at social media, people like, this is what real estate agents just are not getting. They're just not getting the fact that, look at the comments, right? Look at these comments. That's precisely what a buyer's agent does now for $15,000. That's what they damn near do now. I'll save $500. This was one of the skits on TikTok where the buyer's agent is like, "Oh, I'll do it for 1,000," and another agent's like, "I'll do it for 500." And then they're like, "Okay, well, you drive me on." Like, "Well, that's what you get for 500." And they're like, "Here's the keys. Go check out the house. That's what you get for 500." And they're trying to act like that you're going to get this really low level of service and things aren't going to go well if they don't pay. And these are the comments. "This is how my experience went, but I paid a lot more than 500. That's basically the level of work agents do now. That's what they damn near do now." And look at all the replies, 715 comments. The public is all over this. And the other thing that agents are just not recognizing is that this is, they're not really looking at this, the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice does not want coupled compensation. Can I get rid of this to make that? I don't know. So this is the original lawsuit from 2020, which we never really talked about because it got buried. But the Department of Justice has been going after NAR for years, and they've reopened it. And this is the big deal. I see a lot of other conversation and they're missing the point on this. I'll check out I'll check out that link, Ron, for sure. Crystal said, my husband's a realtor. I'm concerned. I'm reading what you are. Yeah, Crystal. I mean, it's the reality is that I think there's going to be a huge paradigm shift. This is equivalent to when 2010 Dodd-Frank, and it totally changed the mortgage industry. And we've recovered, but it totally changed when they turned around and said, you have to have fixed compensation. That's it. And I mean, don't think that the government can't step in and screw up a good day. So I think real estate agents, the good news is, I think agents are going to be able to make that money. I just think they're going to be doing it with more transactions. What they do in a transaction might be a little bit different, but it's definitely going to change. Good morning, Mr. Randy Teakle. Ron said no relevance to rates. Boeing CEO is heading out the door, as he should be. But that's even another one. And Albany said it's the end of buyer representation if we won't finance it. No, it's not, Albany. I don't agree with that. I don't think that that's happening at all. And that's not what the Department of Justice wants. I don't think that that's what the FHFA is going to do, because that's not what the Biden administration wants out of this whole thing. I think what's going to happen is you're going to have transaction coordinators on the buyer side, call them buyer's agents, call them what you want, for a couple of $1,000s. And I think that's where it's going to go. That's my opinion of where it's going to go. I think listing comp is going to drop to about 1.5%. And on the buyer side, you're going to have, basically you're going to have $3,000, $4,000 flat fee buyers agreements, and people are going to pay them. I think that's where it's going to go. Yeah, Ron, we'll have to check out. If you have a link to your show, post it, and we'll see about that one. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it for now. We'll definitely keep following it. There's a lot to follow on this one, and the reason that we're following it isn't just gossip. It's going to change how originators get deals. I mean, especially if you've got a lot of buyers agents that refer you, that kind of a thing. We're going to have to navigate that water. If you're going to increase your consumer direct marketing, check out originatorssuccess.com. That's what we do here. We don't run ads or anything for consumer direct, but it's your online presence, reviews, staying in front of past clients, staying in front of prospects, all that good stuff. So check out Ron's link, by the way, RS. Let me see if I can highlight that. Can I highlight Yeah, there we go. Check out Ron's link for on Ron's radio show. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm sure it's fantastic. rsrlinks.com/NAR. Check that out. I'm going to be sure to check it out. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Should be a quiet day again. Reprice risk on the day is low. I don't anticipate we've got much to worry about. Mortgage bonds down just a little teeny tiny bit, but that's going to put us in a level where pricing should be very much the same as what we saw on Friday. Not much of a move there. As far as lock advice, we want to continue to cautiously float. This week shouldn't be too much of a mover for rates. The current outlook and momentum is on our side. We're seeing more of a move here where markets are generally looking at pricing in a June rate cut, and it's gaining momentum. This was about 60%. Now it's up to about 75%. So, and that's it. Yes, Ron, I will get there. We've got a lot of things going on my end as well. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to wrap it up. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.